All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to a Link to Past randomizer here on SpeedGaming. It's a 2023 main tournament. We've got an exciting match today between HayfieldBay and Alaszun. The second between these two in 2 days. But before we get too far into it, we should introduce ourselves so you know whose voices you're going to be listening to for the next 2 hours. I am Slumberjack, and joining me on comms is Tofile. How are we doing today?
How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. Bit of a rainy day up here in the Northeast, so ain't going anywhere. Plenty of time to watch Rando. So.
Yep, this is a good day for it. There's actually quite a few races. Not that I'm telling people to move away from this channel. We want you here right now. There's a lot of activity going on, but this is the one that I wanted to commentate because two fantastic runners. I have not had the pleasure of playing them outside of ladders, I don't think, but yesterday's race, I believe, ended with HayfieldBay taking the W. So this is going to be Allison's chance to come back and make more of a name. We're off to the races. Anyway.
Yep, today's mode is hard open. So it's their tournament hard pool. We got 48 heart pieces, 4 heart containers, including sync heart. We're not... What map check? Pendant Hera looked like a red crystal on Eastern. Missed Desert, unfortunately.
I think Desert was also red. I could be wrong, but it did seem like there were 2 reds in there.
Yeah. Looks like both are going to go up and check Lumberjack to start off with. This is kind of interesting. I guess they're looking for the tree pulls.
Yep, doing the same thing. So that's a tier 1 tree pull. We got some small magic there. And then Crab has got fairies for us today.
You know, that's nice and it's not nice. Yeah, you don't want to use those too much, I think.
Yeah, it's nice until it's not nice enough that you need to know that knowledge and put it into practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, so with this hard item pool, 3 swords, 4 plays, but we're only going to get 3. We only can find 1 shield, though. There's 2 more out there. We'll get a bottle at some point, probably. There's a mirror, which it's honestly really nice to have right now, but...
Yeah, early game mirror is always nice. It helps just pave the way for what your routing is going to be throughout the entire seed. You're like, okay, this is going to make like all of my Dark World, Light World shenanigans a lot smoother.
Yep.
And then we're also just see some very basic tricks like when they go to Coalant, you know, we'll see them deleting blocks and whatnot. But we see an early saving clip from Alaszun, who's going to go bottom to top for the village.
Ooh, looks like
Kakariko.
Yeah, it looks like. I wasn't going to say that. I think we're in for a rude awakening here, but
yeah, I was thinking Link's Awakening.
Looks like Hayfield's going to get a little lucky. Our tier 2 is single bombs, which is nice. He's going to have enough bombs to kind of carry him through CAC. I think Alaszun not getting the bombs in the north route opted to go for the pushes down here before going up north. He is going to be nicer, though, because he got 300 rupees out of Link's house. So he'll be able to pay off Bottle Vendor. Alaszun now is hoping that race game isn't an item.
Moon Pearl coming out of Blind's basement here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. He's got 300 rupees. He'll be walking by the shop anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, that's probably the best item he could have found, since he's going to be going right into Kakariko to activate that flute. So, compared to Hayfield, who's going to have to turn right back around.
Yeah. Interesting, though, we have an early mirror, and unfortunately it looks like Terra's a pendant. That's our only light world thing that the mirror was really going to get us at the moment.
Yeah.
In logic. Because we can get up the mountain now with the flute.
Nothing too huge coming out of the well. That 300 is going to be very nice for the bottle vendor.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good for both of them.
Yep.
They'll kind of be set for early game money. Not sure if anybody will make that Zora play yet. Because
also very nice because we got a hammer out of it. So. Okay, the runner's doing a very quick high five here. Oh nope. Well, almost a high five. Our eyes did not deceive us. Those are definitely 2 red crystals and a pendant there.
That's an actually really scary. That is, I shouldn't say scary. That's actually really interesting because that's a very low requirement pyramid fairy. Just about anything could be in there other than maybe a bow and a fire source.
Yeah. But again, that comes back down to like the mirror is going to still again make all the light world, dark world routing really simple, nice, easy kind of thing. And the mirror also gives us potentially with mirror and flute gives us potentially early access to Desert Palace. So, well, we're working. Okay, we're back. We're back, folks. Phew.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Alaszun was just playing the song for the flute for the perk.
Yeah. No big misses here during that little pause.
So, but yeah, this will Alaszun will probably come out of here at least slightly ahead of not time neutral, despite different divergence, because Hayfield's going to go back up.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, so anytime that Alaszun lost by farming those bombs in the L bushes south of the Grove, it's gonna kind of equalize here a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna see where does the flute take us first.
I have to imagine you probably want to. I kind of feel like the dam's probably an obvious choice here. You could do the mountain, but
yeah, without our runners are pretty much still like in the same exact space.
Yeah,
literally just a flute ahead.
Yeah. Well, I guess Hayfield's gonna take the opportunity not to orphan Agina, which is a good call.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of my favorite early game plays too. You get the flute. It like in no other mode or run does it ever come like just so easily for you to come over here.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like to tend to do it after rescuing the old man, just so they can like save and quit out of here a little bit faster. But that's really such a minor time save. This isn't a bad thing. Alaszun, on the other hand, wanted to do the dam. Just a piece of heart and some bombs for those 2 checks. So nothing particularly exciting.
Now, Hayfield is out of bombs, so I'm wondering if this is a random trip to the shop just to get some bombs, and then we're going to see Hayfield chasing Alaszun at this point.
I don't know. If you're coming out this way, you probably want to head over to Saha, I guess. That's what I would feel like. No, he's in for the dam.
All right, there we go. We got a mushroom in there. I see a... Oh, there's our 1 bottle.
There's our fire rod.
Was that a fire rod?
That was a rod of some kind.
It was a rod. I think it was ice rod, but...
Oh, it was ice rod, okay. Honestly, Alaszun doing a save and quit after picking up the mushrooms pretty heads up. He can save scum this if he wants to now.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the flute, you pretty much always just save and quit out of there, because like the other direction you could have gone in is towards flute 8.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So it's just quicker to always save and quit out of there once you have the flute.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is technically faster to save and quit out of even activating the flute and then fluting over to Ice Rod Cave is still faster.
Yep. All right, Sick Kid, what do you got for us? Just a piece of heart. All right.
Yeah.
All right, HayfieldBay also going to probably... Oh, Sick Kid first? Okay, yep.
Yeah. Alaszun going to rescue the old man. Looks like he's around the bend. Yeah, he's heading down the diagonal now.
Using those bombs just as a little safety. Where am I? Being able to tell.
Yeah, and if you see him like flipping through items very quickly, that's because he wants to. He's trying to find the door transition. The game will stop flipping on quick swap whenever you go through the door. So that's how you know where you are.
Yep. Yeah, that's a room that it's one of the few rooms that I've just like learned by muscle memory how to do because I've been in too many races where like I have to go up, but I just don't have a sword yet or a hammer or something like that just to give me any sense of where I am. So I just muscle memory it at this point. But yes, having that little trick where you can flick through all of your items so you know the moment that you go to that door transition, so you just know to hold down right afterwards is very, very useful.
Yeah. I think that's our 4th 300 rupees so far this seed.
We're pretty rich. I think we've gotten all the money we need. It's something like 815, 825 or something like that rupees you need. I saw a pendant on pod there.
Yeah, that's all.
Catch the rest.
That's all I caught, unfortunately. Turtle Rock, more importantly, is a crystal, so having that ice rod is nicer. Alaszun, I think. Oh yeah, Alaszun forgot to check what was actually inside Spectacle Rock. It's a piece of heart.
Chat is informing me that Ice Palace was the other pendant.
Oh no, that's horrible. I mean, it's good and it's bad. It's just one of those ones where like I'd like ice to not be a pendant, just so I don't have to think about it if I have to dip it or not. Just do it.
Yeah, because at this point it's just like, okay, how long can I put it off when I don't have the Samaria, basically? Because like, I don't want to go in there until I have Samaria if I don't ever have to do it.
Yeah.
If something's in there. What if Samaria is in there, basically?
We are not fire locked out of Hera, so this will be a quick Moldorm kill. Ooh, okay, so Ether was the cage item.
Okay.
Hayfield not going to... This is interesting.
Who needs this pendant? Well, I mean, I like this play because you take the hammer to the east and you've got, a bunch of checks over here versus what Alaszun just found, which was the heart. So,
yeah.
So you take your time gains where you can get them.
Yeah. Swanee, if you need help, there's wonderful folks in the Link to the Past randomizer Discord who can help you get set up and who can give you tips if you get stuck anywhere.
Yeah, that's just a good note in general. It's like we're watching like two very talented runners here who are speedrunning this for fun and competition, but randomizer is just something you can just play on your own. I mean, getting into the speedrunning side of it is just something that happens if you want to, but for me, like, I just enjoyed watching people play one of my childhood favorite games in a way that I hadn't experienced it before. So yeah, randomizer, just fun to play overall. So there's a whole entire community behind it if you want to get involved. All right, we're gonna start seeing the beginning of Paradox Cave here from HayfieldBay. Alaszun right behind.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see if Hayfield... he's setting up... I don't know if that was an intentional bomb or an accidental bomb. Okay, there's a glove. There's no way he's not safe getting out of here.
Yep, exactly. Yep, that's our Dark World access, and Alaszun's going to have that in just a couple seconds as well. So far, runners neck and neck. You know, just the tiniest of decisions here and there. You know, Hayfield dipping out of Tower of Hera. Some of Alaszun's routing choices just have kept them pretty much in the same exact spot the entire time.
Yeah. Both of them, thankfully, not forgetting to do the sync drop down. This can be kind of something that can be easy to forget sometimes, but they didn't, so that's good.
Yeah, Lord knows that every time I get Dark World access from the gloves, I just immediately forget about Sanctuary or the back of Sanctuary for the rest of the game. But nothing in there of note, of interest. We have a map, so we know that's not going to be in Dark Cross at least.
Yeah. So we'll see if we're going to get a little divergence here. Hayfield's going to start doing the Sal checks first. Looks like Alaszun will follow. Yep, okay, so ice is our green pendant. Okay. Sometimes people will go start this route by going to Bow and then kind of heading south. This is going to kind of like isolate Swamp Palace Bombo's tablet if somehow we could get a poke here. On the other hand, well, I was going to say on the other hand we don't have a sword, but...
Well, Johnny Two Bombs just gave us a sword, and in the back of his little cave, we also find our mitts. Which, once we get that fire source, that's going to be our Desert Palace progression.
Yeah. I'd like to say how soon is now, because I think we're going to get a Smith chain coming up in a second.
Yep.
This is basically like the best case way to set up Smith chain.
Yeah, you got the flute, you got the mirror, you got the mitts. You can just route everything easy peasy south to north, and then just flute back down, flute back up.
Yeah.
And the hammer for hammer pegs, and a bow. Why not? Alright. Yeah, I guess like when you have 48 pieces of hearts, you know, grab them when you see them.
I mean, there's only 216 checks in this game, so technically like over 20% of the checks in the game are now pieces of heart.
Yeah.
So we should be seeing them pretty frequently.
Alaszun getting their bow as well. And following just right behind Hayfield. Dig game is going to give us cough. What is it going to get us? All right, full heart.
Yeah. I think that's our second full heart container we've seen, so there's only 2 more of those in the pool.
Yeah, because the first one was Top of Hera, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, just minor efficiency note. I just have to love how they're both kind of pushed towards getting the skull so they could just lift him and walk out.
Yep. Yeah, they're using that little bit of knowledge with that mitts in hand, quite literally.
So Hayfield did not pick up the Smith.
Let's see. Oh, there's a third full heart there, so that's also very nice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're going to orphan purple chest here. We have mitts now. You just have to flute back to Vo and just take the fast portal.
We do have the Cane of Burna there coming out of chest game.
Yeah.
Probably not too useful for either of these runners, but, you know, it could be nice to have if you just so happen to mess up your blind script for some reason.
Yeah.
All right, and we are seeing our first look at Thieves Town. I believe that was the big key coming out of that first chest. It's going to be in one of these 4 chests always, so that's no big surprise there.
Yep. Only a blue rupee for Alaszun. So I think that blue rupee might have been a bottle, actually. There shouldn't be any blue rupees in the pool. They all got it taken out because of the hard pieces.
Yep.
So that actually might be that might have been an alternate bottle, because I don't think we have anything else that could have gotten overridden at this point. And any swords that are going to get over are the more traditional green 20.
Okay, we do have our small key, which is kind of insignificant for this because we already have the hammer, so all the logic of this dungeon is kind of thrown out the window. It's a very, very straightforward dungeon when you're coming into it with the hammer.
Yeah.
Alright. So Alaszun still has that purple chest in tow. Probably going to mirror in front of Thieves Town.
Yeah.
Yep. And then flute, drop it off, and flute back and hop right back in. We're going to see our first purple chest check here. And it's just a piece of heart. So HayfieldBay, if they choose to orphan the purple chest, not a big loss.
Yeah. I guess Alaszun's going to take... Yeah, I can see this. He'll go to Eastern Palace.
I mean, you could just flute back to 4 whenever you want, and or is it 3? Flute back to 3 whenever you want, and just do Thieves Town then. Not going to have that nice Master Sword for this Eastern Palace clear, but don't need it for Eastern Palace.
It's actually worse for most knights, so that's actually an advantage.
Yep.
So we're just going to use the bow on that. Who am I kidding?
Alright, so we got 2 runners, 2 different places, so we're going to have a lot of information coming our way, hopefully. I'll be curious to see where HayfieldBay goes after this, considering they didn't pick up that purple chest. Like, if they start going into Skullwoods early without the fire rod, and then just continuing route through the North Dark World to that mirror. Alright, blind cell, just a compass. Eastern Palace, I didn't check. I didn't catch.
We got a map in the first item, so.
In the map, okay. So that's our first item out of Eastern Palace, then. Some more bombs. Oh, hey, look at that. Our bot's working again. So if you're watching the stream, there's a lot of people putting in work to make this thing a thing, where you can enjoy your casual Sunday watching some good old speed running. First off, follow the runners. They're the ones who are being put on display for your entertainment, and they put a lot of work into being as good as they are. If you want to, you can follow myself, Tofile, or our legendary button clicker, Legendary Moon, who's doing all the work behind the scenes to make sure that we catch anything that we don't catch. They are catching for us. So, yeah. And thank you for being here.
Oh, well, there's our... Okay, so half magic in this, by the way, is replaced by half of a magic decanter. Or small magic decanter. And that was it. That was our reward for beating Thieves Town.
Other than the crystal, I think is a pretty fine reward.
Look, it helped speed up the crystal cutscene by just giving us a little bit of magic back beforehand.
The true speedrun strat of getting small magic decanters on selected bosses.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think the compass will be on our most nights. The only thing that we've kind of seen in here, other than that, was what will be our last heart container. So
HayfieldBay is turning around and going to grab hammer pegs, all this fun stuff. The other thing that I'm thinking of is Alaszun left the portal back at Thieves Town, right? Yeah, so Alaszun can't do Eastern Palace and Pod back-to-back, which HayfieldBay will be able to do.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I think what Alaszun's going to do is I think he's going to come out of here, he's going to beat Armor Slides, and he's going to go hop down to Saha, and then flute back to Vow.
Yeah.
And Pod's a pendant. I think if you can hold off doing pendant Pod...
Yeah, as long as you can, yeah.
Because honestly, right now, really, we're just like flippers and a fire rod, technically, from potentially having pedestal and logic. Which is kind of disgusting.
True.
Hookshot and Samari can throw a wrench into that. I should also say that, but that's going to involve us actually going into Ice Palace to figure that out.
I love that chat is just dropping hard facts and being like, sometimes small magic decanters do matter. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, and there's that compass as you knew, we all knew ahead of time, as you said, so.
Yeah,
and HayfieldBay, yep.
Yeah, Hayfield's going to go in. I don't think he does Pod first, because it's pendant, but...
Always be clearing your crystal dungeons first. So I think we're gonna see like a mirror here at Asaha, and then we're gonna see a mirror in front of Eastern Palace, and then like if HayfieldBay finds nothing, which I'm pretty sure we know the answer to that. Then maybe a pod dip.
Yeah.
I wonder where all the pieces of hearts are. Oh, they're in the back of Saha's.
Yeah. I mean, we still have, like, other places, like, I think all in all, we still have, like, another, like, I think Pod might technically be our, like, densest location, but nobody's gone to Castle, nobody's checked Pyramid.
We also have Dark Death Mountain if you're feeling particularly spicy today.
Yeah, I mean, that's two, but it's in Logic.
It's in Logic, but it sucks.
Yeah, we also we did get Cape, so we can't do Bumper Cave, and we can't do Graveyard Lich. And there's still two items sitting in Skull Woods, though. One of them's probably on Mothula.
Yeah.
But so you probably don't want to make that play without a Fire Rod.
So HayfieldBay, hopping into Pod first, this is likely going to be just a quick check of like what's in here. We have the mirror, so it's easy to come in, do this one check, pop right back out.
Yeah.
Just be done with it. Oh, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, we got a Bowlock Pod. Too bad the bow was just sitting over on Stumpy. So let's see. I mean, all in all, I think that we have like 15-20 checks left in the game right now, and Pod is a full quarter of them.
Yeah. Okay. We're watching Alaszun also go to Thieves Town. Again, Thieves Town, once you find that small key and you're entering there with the hammer, there's no real decisions to be made when it's routing. Small heart piece there.
Well, at least in a open tournament heart. Now, if we were playing Big Boss, then we'd have a bit more of some fun to be had with routing. But that won't be for either of these runners in this pairing. So.
All right. Now, did we see two? I think we did see two items out of the front of pod because we saw the compass in that first chest, which means HayfieldBay knows that there's a small key in that chest right there.
I believe so. I remember the compass was the first one. I don't remember was quite on right side.
Yeah, there was something on the right side. It might have been just like arrows or something like that. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, their chat is confirming there was a second item in the front. So pod always has to have at least 4 small keys in the front. There's 6 chests for you to grab. So since we saw 2 non-small keys, HayfieldBay was able to deduct or deduce that the final chest that is a pain to get to was a small key not needed to get.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like we're also kind of like horribly out of logic here right now.
Yeah, there's a lamp or something. Oh, this is an interesting pick to open this chest by HayfieldBay because it was guaranteed a small key.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of items in the back half of pod, but there's only one of them that's probably going to not be lamp locked in some fashion. Harmless Hellway can be as well, but it also requires all 6 small keys. So if there's anything in here, this will be interesting because this will kind of give us a clue to where a lamp or a fire rod could be.
We've got another dark room, everybody's favorite. And that trick that everybody just saw there, I'm sure a lot of you who are watching this know what it is, but I'll explain it to anyone who's watching this on YouTube later. We call it hammer yump. It's called that because that big chest that we saw back there normally has the hammer in it, but there's a specifically lineup where you have like 3 pixels of shadow underneath the bomb. Big key, of course, has to be there at this point. And you kind of just like yeet yourself over the cliff onto the railing in a very specific way. Just kind of clip yourself over.
To be honest, I'm actually surprised that he did do the hammer yump in this case without the big key.
Yeah, I mean, he grabbed the small key from a chest that was guaranteed to be a small key. So I'm wondering. Oh, Alaszun, what happened there?
He got kind of beat up by the Zyzex in the back, and he was not. Let's call it poor health management.
Oh, was it the conveyor belt room?
Not entirely too sure. He did blow up the attic. He was on the way to rescuing.
Okay.
He was trying to go up through the second conveyor belt room to get to rescue Blind, to finish rescuing Blind. So that'll cost him a little bit of time. I think in his head he's probably going to raid pod off for a while. I kind of feel like he's going to raid pod off in his head for a while, because I don't think he wants to go take that time now. Which is probably going to be harder for him. I
mean, you never know. I mean, hard mode be hard. Like, even for the most experienced runners, there's gonna always be those little gotchas. And again, this is a high intensity situation. I know both of these runners are used to this environment, but hey, there's a possibility that HayfieldBay makes the same kind of oops at some point in the race.
Yeah, at least I think with Alaszun, he did get the big chest opened up, so he should just be able to just like walk. He won't have to do the other hallway. He'll just be able to do the quicker route out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he just got absolutely bodied by the Zyzex, and he was trying to get the cape and burner going at the same time. He was down to like a heart leaving that room. It was. And look, because we're on the same super tile, the big block remains disappeared.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's where the other full heart container was.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that all of them? All 4? Yep, that's all 4 that we found. So.
Yeah.
So for hard mode, this is a very healthy one at the very least.
Yeah.
Alaszun also doing perfectly fine on their script. For people watching, I suppose commentator's curse. For people who don't know, the blind fight can go identically the same way every single time if you just like have your sword in the right place as like blind pops up. But with that, Alaszun gets their crystal as well.
Zeph. Yeah, I kind of feel like Alaszun's gonna get into interesting routing soon. I expect he probably will go check Desert now. Desert and Meyer. Yep.
I mean, who knows? We have been horribly out of logic with some of our darkroom checks and whatnot. So Lamp or Fire Rod could be over here, which would just straight up allow us to do Desert Palace.
Yeah. I think this is also good. One, you want to know your pendants, not your pendants, but your medallions, with which we got a Vanilla Mire of Ether. But this is also 3 items, and you can get into Desert for possibly 2 more. Yeah, both of them are going to converge here.
Now, did we find anything of interest in Pod or no?
No, there was literally nothing.
Literally nothing. Wow.
There was apparently an item on Helma, but there was nothing in Bod. I'd say I'm surprised that he's not checking the checkerboard first, but then if there's a Fire Red over in Checkerboard Cave, you can just walk back in Mirror to go to do Lambdaless.
Yep.
It's not the end of the world.
Okay, we're not boots locked at least.
Well,
that was one of our 2 items in here, so. Big key, okay. So that big key's just gonna give us a small key. So we're gonna have a little bit of walking back and forth here.
yeah, I think it's going to be time to make a play for maybe Castle after this. Because otherwise you're kind of like walking to Super Bunny Cave for 2 items and maybe doing Spike Cave. And I don't think either of them really want to do that when they still have like 6 items sitting over in the castle region.
Yeah, I'm always surprised as I get how forgotten Hyrule Castle always is. I was talking about it earlier when I always forget the back of Sanctuary if like the gloves are my access to Dark World, but the front of Hyrule Castle, people just avoid it like the plague. It's obviously not progression if you don't have to do it. Oh, well, you don't have to come back to Desert Palace for a while, I guess.
Well,
a bunch
I guess I could understand it kind of like in the Seed where maybe you're hoping to do Big Bomb into it because Eastern and Desert were your red crystals. So like it'd be kind of easy to swing Big Bomb into checking it as well. But I don't know. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy, now we can get those 20 rupees off of Torch. Isn't that great?
Yeah. Well, Alaszun did not do Agina the first time through. But I think everybody knows where we're going now.
Let's see. So, chat was asking, have we seen Skull Woods? No, we have not seen any of North Dark World, which we may be about to, because this boot pickup allows us to catch a couple other things in North Dark World, such as Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb. So now we can kind of route this all in cleanly together.
Yep.
Those who are waiting for Skull Woods, I think we're about to see it from both runners who, despite going completely different directions for a single portion of the race, have lined up again, just with HayfieldBay always just leading Alaszun by the nose by the tiniest bit. Compass. Compass in some other modes, useful. This mode, nah.
No, Hayfield did Smith Chain. Really, it's the Pod Dip versus the Death Hunt Thieves Town.
Yeah, that was the one like routing decision that they made was HayfieldBay just decided to include Pod into their like Eastern Palace routing, and then Alaszun was like, nah, but had an unfortunate death. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Alaszun, I would say Alaszun was probably listening to Illis at that point.
Because otherwise, I think they've done all the same exact things.
Alaszun has done a little more in Tower of Hero. That's about it.
True. Oh yeah, the one heart piece that exists up there. Yeah. They both got the important thing out of there, which was the ether.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our first item out of Schoolwoods. Small key. There's 3 small keys in here total.
Yeah, no, Zaf, I would agree with that. I think the way that the routing has panned out, I don't think there's going to be. I think there's going to be something, anything. I don't see anything being on Helma, I guess I should say. So I don't think. I think Alaszun's going to get pulled better on the right track before even considering Pod, which will be for his benefit.
So having this cape does make the dark north dark world. Bleh. Give me a break. Does make this check a little bit more convenient. So we're routing everything up here all together. Like the one thing that we might not be able to do up here, unless the runners are feeling spicy, is like routing catfish into all of these north dark world checks. But both of these runners, I think, know how to get their way over there without the flippers. So we'll see.
Yeah.
So we're getting all these first checks from HayfieldBay. Alaszun, again, just moments behind. Not even moments, just seconds behind. More pieces of hearts. Who could have guessed? In a mode with 48 out of them of our 216 available checks.
Okay, so Alaszun's probably going to make a play for Pyramid after this or the Mountain. He's not going to go to Catfish. Hayfield may. He left himself that option.
Yeah. All right, we're going to see some more divergence here. We're going Alaszun and let it. Oh,
he's floating the floor. Yeah, he's going to go do Castle. This makes sense. This is 5 dense items and good card jump by Hayfield.
Yeah, that was the trick I was mentioning just like a couple minutes ago, where like we don't have the flippers, so you normally can't get across that river, but there's ways. There's always ways in randomizer.
Yeah, there actually is an alternate way. If you aren't confident enough with your current jumping, and it can actually be kind of useful in more like entrance randomizer. But if you set up a water walk using one of the bushes, the pits and Skullwoods,
yep.
You can actually do that, and you can actually use that to get to the Lake Island.
That was a stick of some sort. Oh, a very okay. Well, a little spooky.
We can do Meyer now.
We can do Meyer now. We can. I guess if we wanted to feel not so bad about doing Death Mountain, we could go up there and not feel like we have to go too far into Turtle Rock because we'll be locked out by the fire rod. Like, I guess.
And by the way, did you see what was on Uncle?
Oh, Tempered Sword, was it?
Yes, it's vanilla.
Oh, very cool. Thank you, Uncle.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, so we need flippers to be in Logic, I guess. So, are flippers going to be in the front of Hyrule Castle, then?
We'll see. I mean, so the thing with Hyrule Castle is like, right now, this first chest is actually the only thing that we have in logic, and it'll be a 50-50 on if it's the small key or not. If this isn't the small key, then small key's in Dark Cross. We don't have an Elf Flippers.
That's a disappointment.
Okay, so the small key's in Dark Cross, which means that the rest of this stuff is all lamp locked or fire rod locked. So if the flippers aren't here, that's actually really interesting, because that'll mean that the fire rod is locked into flippers. Hayfield, on the other hand. Oh no. Oh no.
Wait. What do we have? Oh, are we seeing something spicy?
Hayfield's gonna go beat Landless. I think he may go for a I'm just hoping he doesn't go for a vanilla cane play.
I'm wondering if he's doing this just to buy time to think of like what the next move should be, because we can clear Landmo whenever we want. We've already found the 2 items in Desert Palace. We don't. Oh, it's a red crystal.
Yeah, so this is either for a pyramid play, or he's also going to try to combo this into Mire. And I don't know if it's the pyramid play. I'm fine with this. If it's the Mire play, this will be unfortunate.
No, that makes so much more sense. Doing this and then being able to do this with the pyramid into the front of Hyrule Castle all in one go. That makes so much more sense than whatever else I was thinking.
Yeah. So Alaszun, yeah. Okay, so Alaszun's also going to take this. He's going to go up to Catfish. He'll do Zora. I'm wondering if he's going to do Zora. He'll get the lamp, and then I'm just wondering if he'll port the route to go do Mire and Desert. But I think he'll go to Catfish, continue as Zora the entire way.
Yep, exactly. At which point Alaszun will also have their lamp, because I'm pretty sure Alaszun knows how to get into that cave as well. So,
yep, he might have a bit of an easier time with it with Samaria, to be honest. Wow,
no bugnet for you, Alaszun. Shame.
Yeah, so Hayfield kind of struggled with this a little earlier, but because he had beaten Armos Knights, the Ancilla values kind of got reset a little bit. So he wasn't able to do the fake flipper on the first attempt. Alaszun, on the other hand, kind of recognized that and immediately dunked the bombs in order to reset it.
I still have to figure out those exact conditions, because sometimes I go up there and I nail the trick first try, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good at this, and then sometimes I just can't nail it, and I'm like, why? And it's because I did something with like Armos Knights, and I just forgot.
Yeah, so... I believe what you said was just a piece of heart. One of many in this seed.
All right, Pyramid Fairy, what do you have for us?
Yeah.
Also going to Mountain Cave. I'm assuming just because it's the quickest save and quit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's totally gonna go do Mire and Desert now.
HayfieldBay, turn around. So that Samaria. Okay, so we still haven't found the flippers yet. So
yeah. That's powder. That's interesting. But only interesting.
Yeah. Gonna be our first look into Misery Mire between these two runners.
Yeah.
HayfieldBay getting their tempered sword, so we have them all now.
Honestly, we're in a pretty comfortable set of equipment for these runners.
I mean, yeah, again, hard mode, and we've gotten all of the big hard containers already, so...
Yeah. First, the 3 small keys in wire. Hell's out of logic, and so like right now, it's like realistically, what our options that kind of are for being in logic are Spike Cave and Super Bunny.
Like I was saying before, if you want to feel really spicy, you can go up Dark Desert Mountain.
Now I should also say that the 2 items in my are in logic. So, like if flippers are in here, that means we do have a logical fire source.
Chat asking, is Turtle Rock in logic? Like the first chest or 2, depending on item layout.
Well, you can get depending on key layout, get all the way down the laser bridge without a fire rod. You don't want that to happen.
It's got to be like all small keys basically in the front.
Oh, okay. That was a little. So you know how sometimes things get locked in a dungeon. It's only 2 ways to enter it, and then one of them is the other way, and you may have seen it just get shot out from Alaszun.
Yeah. My favorite item in the game, good old hook shot. I love it for mobility purposes.
Yeah, it's always nice finding the Herod Tower big key.
So that's the first thing we found in here so far, right? So there's still a second item that we're looking for in here?
Yeah. But now, I think, right now, we're going to kind of hit a point where we're going to go on rails. Because next play is going to be the mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you've got a hookshot cave up there, which gives you 3 more items. Like, I don't know if either of these runners are comfortable with hovering. But...
Ooh,
yeah.
Vanilla small key.
Big key. Yeah. All right, just in time. HayfieldBay comes back to see that once again, runners retracing each other's steps. Into Mr. Meyer we go.
Yeah.
Where are these flippers? Oh. Well, okay. Well, now everything's back in logic.
Okay, remember what I said about our next step being pod?
Yeah.
Sorry, our next step being the mountain. No, our next step's going to be Swamp Palace, I think.
Yeah. So at this point, you get the flippers and hookshot in the same place. It's like hint, hint. Do you know where you should go?
Yeah, I mean, we can beat 5 crystals now, and we just need a fire rod to clear the last 2. So we're going to be off to the races for a little bit.
Now, the worst thing that we can find is bombos.
Bombos is the one thing nobody wants to find right now. Bombos means...
Because it means memes, where fire rod might be in our favorite place.
I don't know where that is.
Ice Palace.
Turtle Rock, yeah, so we're...
I mean, if Fire Rod is in Turtle Rock, I think that'd be their favorite place if they go there and they're like, oh, I'm done with the race. I guess you have to turn around and do Skull Woods, but...
Yeah. Oh, no, he's not going... Yeah, I think Alaszun has permanently ridden off Pod. I think Alaszun is permanently going to have ridden off Pyramid Fairy.
I mean, not permanently. We'll see where the seed goes and where could this fire rod be, for example? Alaszun.
Yeah.
Alaszun. Good lord.
Look, he's got 13 hearts healed.
He's got enough.
Yeah, now let's see how Hayfield's going to route this. This is not going to be good for Hayfield. Yeah, so Hayfield decided to go check map chest before cutscene chest. So he'll lose a little time in here to Alaszun, who pretty much hit the best route through this dungeon. Vanilla map.
Alright, where are we going, Alaszun? Oh yeah, we haven't done Desert Palace yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way while you're here.
Not sure why you mirrored there, but we'll take it. Yeah, the big key being a cutscene chest was actually really, really good for Alaszun, because he's just going to get all the time back. Especially considering we don't have a fire route, so we have to do this the really, really slow way.
HayfieldBay, you got to be a little bit careful with those whiz ropes because they hurt, and we're still in green mail, mind you, because there's no other options.
Yeah.
Good old cutscene chests. Absolutely required in this seed, so no one will feel too bad in a race about having to do this.
Yeah.
You know your opponent has to do it too.
Yeah, this is like one of those ones where, like, I don't know how familiar you are with Ocarina of Time randomizer, but in the Fire Temple, like if the boss key chest has somehow shuffled itself up into the hammer chest, I think that's like the best place it is for like a racer in a way.
Yeah.
A required dungeon, because it's the last thing that you're ever going to do in the dungeon.
Right.
Like you don't feel bad about spending all that time.
Yeah, no, 100% makes sense. All right, so I think this is Alaszun's time to go to Swamp Palace at this point.
Yeah. He's got a, yeah. He already quick swapped out to the hammer before the duck picked him up.
One of the easily, like, when you first start learning to quick swap, for people who don't know, quick swapping hasn't always been a thing in the competitive scene, but always just having flute to hammer just like right next to each other in the quick swap menu is so nice when you flute to either 5 or 4.
Yeah, I always get a bit flummoxed trying to remember the exact order, because some of the things aren't where you would like them to be. Like the invincibility items being next to each other is fine. Both of the canes being next to each other is funny because you can get that graphical glitch in TR. But I hate cycling through medallions just to get to my hammer. It's the worst.
I mean, I think the true show of mastery of quick swap is when you can try to quick swap to the bow and you never accidentally click the mirror in the middle of like the vitreous fight.
Or better yet, doing swordless
Yeah.
Argus with silvers.
Okay, that is the true mastery, is just straight up doing going back and forth between those two. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're getting our first look into Swamp Palace. I did not catch what was on that first actual chest.
Yeah, it wasn't
anything important, I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, we know the first chest is small key. Like, surprise, who knew? But
we had a vanilla. Okay, apparently we had a vanilla map.
Okay. Alright, so map chest had map.
Alaszun and one from Go. This is probably the better route to do. Potentially one from Go. We still don't have TR medallion, but
Yeah, we don't have that information, yeah.
yeah, because like if you were to wanted to do well, here we go. We're off to the races.
Man, we're really good at this today. We just go, hey, this person just needs this thing. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're off to the races, and let's hope we have it's just Ether and TR.
Yeah, I mean, if I was in Alaszun's shoes right now, that's literally what I do. It's just like, okay, am I in go mode? I'm going up the mountain right now, just to at least verify whether I need to be doing all these other shenanigans.
No. First we do.
Well, Skullwoods.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skullwoods, because we've already gotten the 2 items out of there, so you have to do it anyway. So
yeah.
But I think routing is very clear here. I don't think either runner is going to make any different decisions than that right now.
Yeah.
All right. Alaszun going for the traditional, just grab and swipe, grab and swipe, grab and swipe. Got the tempered sword, makes this fight pretty much trivial. Some runners like to be really fancy and do this dash strat. I haven't mastered it yet, so.
Anyway, so what I was gonna say is, like, if you were gonna do like left side swamp before, before Funded Fire Red, but if like you want to do left side swamp fully, like the best way to kind of route it is to actually do left side swamp first and then come down the compass chest and then go north. That's actually the fastest way, but one from go, you should do compass chest first and then route your way up to the back, which is what they're both doing.
Yeah, HayfieldBay in the same exact position Alaszun was just a minute or two ago. Just, here we go! So we're going to be checking things, of course, because we don't have medallion information on Turtle Rock, so... Actually, did we find both items out of Skullwoods, or did we just find the one, and then got locked up by Fire Rod?
I think I don't remember.
We found what we could, at the very least, so...
Yeah. Okay, so there's one, and it probably... Okay, so that's one. It'll be interesting to see if... I mean, it's one... I don't think they check it if it's in the big chest, but, like, bridge chest, if it's pretty free to check if it's not a Mothula.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could do... So, yeah, we're obviously going to do Mothula first. And then from there, we'll see if they do bridge chest or big chest, or if they just gun it straight up to Turtle Rock, hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you have one thing left in the game that you're looking for, and you've got a bunch of other checks available to you, like we've got 6 things at least before we even get to Turtle Rock, up there on the mountain. And you've got a bunch of other terrible checks. Like HayfieldBay has top of like Tarapera also up there on the mountain. If you really wanted to do that.
We all know it's going to be...
There's Ice Palace, you know, there's a whole bunch of bad checks you could do.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be a flute to 3 as well for HayfieldBay. Yep. Oh, hello, friends.
And by the way,
right.
non-progressive bows in this mode.
Oh yeah. Of the many different kinds of hard modes that we could have had, this one has non-progressive bows. So for people watching at home or on YouTube later, that just simply means the bow itself is separate from the fact that it can be upgraded to silvers. In progressive bows, you find 2 bows in a row, the second one becomes silvers. But finding that second item on Mothula means all that potential bridge checking, big chest checking, doesn't matter. It's not going to happen. We're just going right up the mountain to see if we are actually in go mode.
Yep. We got 6 more shots up here for another medallion, if it's possibly up here. I mean, that being said, we really don't have a lot that isn't up here anyway. There's 1 item in Helma. Pedestal, and then 3 items in Swamp, in Ice. Fortunately, we don't have a buck, so we can't even check Pedestal. But...
Yeah, right? How fortunate. Alright, moment of truth. Alaszun, are we in go mode? Don't disappoint our viewers here, or disappoint them. We're all here in this together.
Oh boy, here we go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I consider Alaszun will do Hookshot Cave.
Could be key under doormat. That's not a bombos. That's not a bombos.
That's our last sword.
Found a sword. Uh-oh.
All right, well,
I hope you all weren't hoping for a quick one, because we're going to be in this for probably another hot second. It's going to be the reverse ice palace where we need fire on to get to the bombos. It's going to be something silly like that.
yeah.
Yep.
Use cover by cave. So right now, logically, we're down to Magic Bed, Helmasaur, or Ice Palace.
Yep.
I expect Hayfield will go and try to do Tower of Hera, and he may even kill Muldorn just to get to set himself up.
Yeah, to start working on that pendant count. Alright. Spike Cave? Bail us out-ish? Nope. Alright. We're on a bombos hunt, my friends. HayfieldBay getting the bad news. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we haven't done this yet.
Alaszun, no, Hayfield did do this, but...
Yeah, Alaszun just put it off for a little while.
Yeah. We haven't done Hobo, actually.
Oh, that's a good catch.
I wonder if Alaszun goes for Hobo immediately, or...
I like that. I like that Alaszun set up for the water walk there, and just was like.
No, he did this intentionally.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay.
If you hop up at the diagonal, you won't do it. But if you do it the other way, it'll work fine. Oh yeah, Alaszun never bothered checking Lake Island earlier either. But this will be good routing for him because he'll be able to get out of here, swim, and flute over to Ice Palace right after this.
Yeah. HayfieldBay was able to check that high roll. Oh, great, wonderful, shovel. More stuff for us to do.
Surprised Hayfield didn't do the last item in Hera for himself. Yeah. Everybody's doing their relatively fastest checks.
Where did we find powder?
It was in Pyramid. It was the one item in Pyramid.
Oh. Oh, what a time for the game to freeze.
Oh, it wasn't Shovel. Alaszun set it into ice.
Okay, well, whenever HayfieldBay comes back, if they're going towards Turtle Rock, we probably found something important. Okay,
no.
Nope.
There we go.
Oh, hey, look! Our runners are going to the same exact place again. That just goes to show like how good both of these runners are, where they could do wildly, completely different things over and over again in this race, and they just end up in the same exact space, only moments ahead or behind the other person. I mean, for the first half of the race, it was mostly HayfieldBay just being a little bit ahead of Alaszun, but that pod play, I guess, gave Alaszun some necessary time back, even with that death.
Yeah.
Okay. Good old door extension there.
Now, Culture is our green pendant, so there is going to be a bonus item for turning this in. This actually might mean that Alaszun will finally go into pod after this.
Oh yeah, turn in the green pen. Oh,
And it's
never mind.
Nope. Zelga can something memes.
Alaszun will successfully avoid pod for the entire seed as an hour 9 and about 20 seconds. Alaszun finds themselves in go mode.
Yeah. Now, it's still going to be a very, very close race.
Oh geez, because yeah, 20 seconds later, HayfieldBay right behind.
Yeah, and we're going to have to figure out. This is all going to come down to GT routing and execution.
Yeah. Yeah, who goes left, who goes right? Does that decide the entire race between these two runners? That is an unfortunate part of randomizer, but rando be rando.
Yeah,
we all coexist in this space and understand what that means.
I have the feeling that Alaszun probably will do DM. I feel like Alaszun, with the way his execution had been earlier, and if it's gotten him shaky, he might do a DM strat.
Yeah.
So just so he feels like I've because that's the strat you want to do if you've minimized the time to minimize time loss. Alaszun will do whatever Hayfield normally does in GT. Okay, I don't know that, unfortunately. But
I mean, if Alaszun's the kind of person who researches people's routes in GT, that would be very curious to me. Just have a whole entire spreadsheet or something like that. Like, what is this person's preferred GT route? Am I on that spreadsheet? Probably not.
I think you only raced. You said you have only raced on the ladder, so.
Yeah, on ladder.
It would actually be kind of hard for that because that's anonymous.
Yeah, that's anonymous. Yeah, we were actually in the same group in the main tournament, but I didn't get to pair off with him. I think that was just a small key there.
Yep.
Wow, the wildly different Turtle Rock routing. Will this swing the race? No, it won't. I actually wonder which is faster. I see runners do this this opening of Turtle Rock completely differently. With a full loadout even available to you. And I wonder which one's actually fast. Like, who has timed it? I mean, I'm pretty sure Alaszun maybe has, if they have a spreadsheet of people in their openers, but... Does someone in chat know? What is the fastest Turtle Rock opening, assuming a full loadout?
I kind of feel like it would be the way that Alaszun did it, just because
that's how I do it.
It would be. It's just running back through that room, but then again, you also have to go through the first room again.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I've always done it. Is I start right if I have the mirror, and then I just use that to get to the left side quicker. But I could be wrong.
I will trust Lynn's grandma. And say that is faster.
Alright, very standard routing here. There's not going to be any surprises coming out of this dungeon, because, again, we're in go mode, so just an execution race at this point.
Yep, okay, well, let's see if we're going to get 133, but probably not.
There we go.
Okay, Alaszun basically needs to have one of these next switches have to be a key, or else, okay, he's good.
Yeah, we're good.
We get to even skip laser bridge.
HayfieldBay making the same decision, also equally not going to get punished for it.
Yeah. So there's like a 97% chance that what Alaszun did is what works, but the 3% of the time really can be painful.
I mean, to be fair, in a race environment, it's kind of like we were talking about before. If you make that mistake, chances are, if your opponent also knows these facts, they're going to make the same exact mistake.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to be like, but what if the 2%? No, they're gonna make the call to be like, well, 98% of the time or 97, it's the same fraction of the time, I'm good.
I have actually called a race where one runner made that skip and the other one didn't, and the time difference is like 7 seconds.
I have lost on ladders before because of that time difference as well. So it does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't, but you know. Going with the traditional Trinex fight here. Just going right up front, couple shots.
Yeah. Getting the cape out just in case.
Oh yeah. Again, we're stuck in green mail, so you know, playing it safe sometimes. You know, best way to go fast is just to not die. Both runners going for the front strap. A lot of runners like to charge into the back and do a quick kill from there. All right. Cool. Trinex down for both runners, and we are about to head into Gan's Tower. There is a game we can play, but there's no bot for anything like that. So if you want to put a random number in chat between like 1 and 21, you can. What does it mean? If you know what it means, you know. Otherwise, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
There will be a winner, though, and then you can create a Twitch clip of that moment where you are the winner, and then you could like print that out and put on like your fridge or something like that. And you would like, I was the winner of the internet for that one day. And it was because of Alaszun, our first runner into Ganon's Tower. I already missed what was on the first check, so I'm very good at this, but I can tell you it's not 1. All right, looks like DM strats so far. Yeah, it's just straight up DM strats.
Yeah.
And it was some arrows in that first check on Torch. We're at 5 so far, so if he gets under 6, oops. Okay. Gosh, this race is so close. And mind you, both of these runners may or may not have the race time room open. I mean, they might not anymore because they're probably watching this stream now. Because this race was 10 minutes ago, by the way. But I imagine while they were running, they're just looking at it and being like, "Uh-oh, where's my opponent? Why haven't they finished yet?"
Yeah. Well, there's Quake. Useless.
Oh, thank heavens. Okay, so all right. Dark Magician strats, not the solution here.
No.
This is one of the races where if someone was like feeling like really far behind and they just chose to like full ham go left all the way because maybe they messed up or died multiple times or something like that, would have paid off.
Yeah, no, so JD's joke made a comment in chat that we've gotten 7 crystals on just green mail. This is tournament hard. One of the features of this flag set is there are no mail upgrades. There's just green mail. The other features just for one last time for posterity's sake, is we had 48 heart pieces in this item pool, 4 heart containers, 4 swords, but we can only get 3. We can only get 1 shield out of 3 placed, and 1 bottle, and it's empty. And also, our half magic was replaced by a small magic refill. This was on blind.
Yep.
Saved a little bit of time on the cutscene.
All right, we're coming down to the final checks here. So, is it in the rando room? Yes, it is. What check is that? Was that 17?
5, 7,
think-
11.
No, 16. 15 is 15. I think. 'Cause we have to reverse engineer this. Because there's the 3 checks behind Armos. There's
Okay, I'm going to check. I'm going to trust the guy who said 15 because he guessed 1. So
That great logic. It's as good as the logic of this video game that we all love playing.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I think it was 16, but
I can't count past 9.
all right. And from here, Rando is done. There's no more Rando left for you to watch. So if you were tired of Rando, I have good news for you. Now we're just watching 2 really skilled runners just go fast in one direction.
Yeah, this is where Hayfield can probably make up some time. Alaszun's execution hasn't been the greatest today.
Yeah, there was the one beefed instance in Thieves Town, but otherwise, I would say Alaszun's execution has been pretty freaking good considering he's in the lead.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he caught it or not, but he did use a blue potion in Spiral Cave at one point.
Oh, I did see that as well, but shh. No, it doesn't need to be brought up.
All right.
I did see that and be like, did something happen that I missed? Like, did he like run into way too many mini Moldorms?
Nah, it was because he was using his ice rod a lot.
All right, everybody's favorite trick coming from. Okay, well, this is also just a really fun thing to do. Silver's on the Landmos. Everybody's favorite trick though, with Samaria on Alasun's side. We're gonna see it again here with the next room of Dark Wizrobes.
So we're about, I don't know, about 12 seconds of difference right now. Ooh.
Alaszun making a fool of me. Hey, so we're about to see a really cool trick coming from HayfieldBay side. We get the triple kill on the Dark Wizrobes. And see, it's that easy. And with that, HayfieldBay is like creeping closer and closer to Alaszun right now.
Yeah, that last Wizrobe probably, I don't know, 5-6 seconds maybe. We'll time it at the door.
4 seconds apart.
Yeah, 4 or 5 seconds. Yeah, so even more. That got him like 7-8 seconds back just by missing the cycle on the Wizrobe.
There's a little bit time back for Alaszun there, and then Moldorm could be Trolldorm to HayfieldBay. Spooky there, but okay.
I'll get a sense just as they enter Aga 1 and then Aga 2, and then we'll get a better idea of when they finish. So about 52 seconds, 123.52 going into Aga 2 for Alaszun. 59:40. Okay, so about 7-8 seconds still.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Alaszun.
Um,
Okay, well, and now we don't have information on HayfieldBay, so now this is going to be very interesting for the viewers.
okay, well, the second one was a double. You couldn't get a... So you couldn't two-cycle this. Alright.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. The hell...
Well,
here we go.
something happened during that lag period.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody, again, follow the runners, because this is... Oh, okay, good. The bot's still working. Because they're putting on a show for us, and this is literally coming down to the second.
What's our retime policy? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head. I do have the race document. Hold on. Control F retime.
I don't want to bring that up lightly. It's just that we're within a second of it.
I'm not looking at race. I haven't looked at the race time room yet. Closer than 3 seconds is retimed according to chat.
Okay, Alaszun had a burn a blue goose, so he's lost a couple seconds due to push and refill. But I think Hayfield let in got it. Yeah, he let Gannon escape. So they're going to be on a slightly different cycle now.
Oh, so now it comes down to now Gannon gets to decide the winner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Alaszun, first arrow down. Okay.
That should be at least a double.
And
oh
my gosh!
God.
Oh no! Well, give GGs to both of the runners because oh boy. Do you want to say this?
With a race time.gg time of 1:26:12 and a race time.gg time of 1:26:13, Hayfield has won the race, and race time, I don't know if he's actually going to have won this race. Pending every time, I think it's too close to call.
Yep, I think this one's up for review at this point. So GG's to both of the runners, because as far as I can tell, it could just be a tie. Which is going to be fun for Sahabot, because I'm pretty sure that messes with the cards, doesn't it?
I have no idea.
Oh, geez, who knows? What a fantastic race! I'm so glad I signed up to calm this one.
Yes, I am too. Yeah. This is now the admin's problem.
Oh my geez. Well,
all right.
Well, I do see Alaszun's in the waiting room. I think we're just waiting to see if HayfieldBay is also going to join us. But yeah, I mean, again, this whole entire race was just a constant back and forth. Like, even when they made slightly different decisions, like the one thing that basically brought them either towards or back was the death in Thieves Town from Alaszun and the pod dip. And otherwise, everything they did was just slightly in a different order, and they compartmentalized certain parts of their run. Like they did the purple chest checks a little bit differently. Oh, do we have both of the runners in here? GG's.
GG's.
Yeah.
I just felt my soul leaving my body.
When you hit that dot done, only to see race finished.
No, I wasn't. I don't know, man. It's easy to focus on little things that you did wrong, and there were just enough of them that it was like, you know what? Like, I don't feel super great about this. Like, I was really happy with my route, but I was really not super happy with a lot of aspects of my play, and so I wasn't stunned. But when you get that close, yeah, it feels pretty bad. And then watching it back, I'm like, there's no way. Like, how the heck does this happen? And then history freezes during the AGA, and I'm trying to watch because I knew I had that disastrous 0 where I accidentally let go of B button too early and shocked myself and couldn't hit any of the balls. Oh man.
It's all the small differences you're thinking about when it's this close. I could have saved some time there. I could have saved some time there, and And
Missed the slash on the Wizrobe and Wizrobes 2. Got stuck on the wall a little bit the room before that. But then I watched you get hit by the fork dude on the way there. And so I'm like, all right, well, I don't feel too bad about it. And like my enemy, I don't know about you, my enemy RNG in the gauntlet was absolutely brutal. I had one really nice thing go well for me where I kind of blind fired the arrow to the left in the Gauntlet 3 with the blue moblins, but then the other moblin just like bolted straight upward through the spikes and they had to go around. And then the red moblin kind of hitched himself, so when you do the dash down, I missed it. Oh god. Watching that, knowing I'm like a second behind is just brutal, man.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, this entire, it's like, everyone had little goofy things that happened here and there, and the really cool thing was to see that you two kept converging throughout the race. I don't think you've had enough time to rewatch the entire race, but constantly, like, you end up in the Ice Palace at the same exact point. You were in Misery Mire at the same exact point. Everything you were doing was basically one-to-one, but you would just like separate for a little bit, come back, and it was constantly HayfieldBay just leading you by the nose, Alaszun, just by the tiniest bit, like seconds, and then it kind of went in the other direction until Ganon's Tower. So just me as a fan of watching people better than me, just wanted to say, really cool to see both of you just execute so well that no matter what direction you went in, you ended up like, again, 1 second difference in the very end. So what is next for you two at this point?
An eventual rematch, maybe. This was the second game.
This was our second game.
Yeah, and you folks played in Vrosia yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So potential rematch. So that could be something that everybody at home can look forward to if that's what the admins decide is necessary. I'm sure they have to go through.
I don't think it's that. I think it's frame perfect. So like literally unless it's a frame perfect tie, I'm unless they change the rule this year. I don't think it's a tie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know there's admins in chat. They can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just a frame perfect every time. So I don't think we're rematching, but.
We will see. So what does this mean for your look? Let's assume one way. Where's the race room? Let's assume HayfieldBay wins. What does this mean for your group?
Hayfield's 2-0. I'm 1-2.
Yep.
Homeworker's 0-1. And Fred hasn't played yet, I think.
Oh, okay. So there's plenty of variability then. In where this entire group can go. So plenty more races coming up from all of you. Anything else you want to say before we close this one out?
I miss half magic, man.
You didn't enjoy your half magic?
Why did they have to take half magic out of the pool? It's just such a nice cozy item to have.
Yeah, so you don't run out of magic in Spiral Cave.
I mean, so legitimately, I was hoping I was ice running the Moldorms trying to get a heart drop there.
Yeah.
Because I knew they had the heart pack, and if they dropped a heart for me, I was just gonna go and not use the potion. But because I got no luck on the drops there, it was just like there were a lot of little RNG things that I can kind of side eye here and be like, man, that really cost me. But I mean, ultimately, like I had the ability to win if I had played a little bit better. And I'm sure Hayfield has plenty of things he can look back at the scene and say, man, if I hadn't done that.
Like dipping olive pod. Yeah.
I want to say, thank you for having us here, and GG's. I hope we gave everyone a good show, and it will be fun to rewatch this.
I disagree.
This was a very good race.
I'm throwing this video in the trash can and never looking at it again. Unless they retime it and I win, and that I will watch it in the car when I drive down to visit my in-laws.
Well, very, very good. So thank you so much, both of you, for putting on a fantastic race. Again, GG's to both of you. I think we should start closing shop up here. Topfile, anything you want to say before I shut things down?
No, just GG's to both of you. This was an incredible race. This is actually the closest race I've now called. This beats out 7 seconds, so I don't think it's ever going to get broken. So congratulations.
Yeah, GG's Hayfield. Thanks for 2 really good races, man.
Yeah, GG's.
All right, and then with that all being said, follow the runners again. Fantastic people, good runners. They stream, and you can follow them there if you don't want to have to come here and listen to me for 2 hours. You can follow our tracker, Legendary Moon, who's been pressing the buttons behind the scene the entire time. You can follow me or Tofile if you choose to do so. And then, just so you know, speedrunning, this isn't the end of it. We've got weeks of this coming up. Later today, we have on SpeedGaming 6 a race versus Jaspiel Willie, I believe that's how I say it, versus Ganon's Gone Wild. That actually might be going on right now. So if you want more speedrunning, that's where you're going to find it. And with that all being said, thank you for being here. Enjoy your Sundays and have a good one.